guys. Good afternoon. How are you folks doing this afternoon? My beautiful viewers, I hope you guys are actually having a wonderful afternoon. Today's date is February 8th, 2026. Um, Now, this is basically a continuation of the video I did the last time when I was actually talking about the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge, once again, it's a fault line that actually run all the way from the Arctic all the way down through the Atlantic Ocean. It run alongside the eastern part of the North American continent. That's why I said Jersey's in trouble. Also, the eastern part of Canada. It faces the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, run all the way down next to the Caribbean, all the way down to South America, all the way down to the South Pole. This is why the Caribbean, places like the Caribbean, between Cuba and Haiti just got hit a couple hours ago. 5.5 magnitude earthquake. Again, folks, the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, this is what's happening. There are land masses that are actually pushing upwards through the water, the Caribbean water, and also the Atlantic Ocean. So new land masses are actually going to be forming, and also old land masses are going to disappear, especially small islands, especially in the British Virgin Islands. Most of these islands that are actually going to vanish are islands that are actually not occupied. So not really the major islands. The major islands are actually going to be suffering from this. I would say the coastline of these major islands, places like Puerto Rico, the southern part of Puerto Rico is going to get affected by the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Northern part of Punta Cana and also between Punta Cana and Puerto Rico, these areas, British Virgin Islands, places, especially the British Virgin Islands, you will be affected by this, especially the British Virgin Islands. Listen to me carefully. Now, what's happening, folks? Again, Iceland, as I said in my last video, is split in two, and this has basically alarmed experts, and they've never seen this before. They've never seen the magnitude of how fast it's moving. They've never encountered that before. But I'm not surprised. This is something I've been saying for a long time, letting people know, preparing people for the next 200 years, folks, because we are actually, our solar system is having basically an encounter with a binary solar system with 7 planets, 4 moon, and it happened every 3,654 years. We live in a binary solar system. We have two suns. And I know it's something you probably haven't heard before. It's not common knowledge. And normally, because you've been indoctrinated to think, oh, it's one sun, when a guy like me comes along saying, hey, we have two suns, the first thing you want to do is reject me. Don't even want to look into it because of what is called cognitive dissonance. What I'm saying is going against your belief. So, one of the first thing you're going to do is basically classified me as actually crazy, but I'm not crazy. Dig into this. Look into the Sumerians. Great book you could look into is called the Colbrin Bible. If you ever can get your hands on that, Kolbrin, Colbrin Bible. And also, if you have the Bible at your house, go into the book of Deuteronomy, and also the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah actually talk about the destroyer. If you can get into the book of Jeremiah and see where he's talking about the destroyer, read all the verses because the destroyer is the second son I'm talking about. It's in the Bible. It's also in the book of Revelation. They call it wormwood. So if you want to get into the book of Revelation and read about that, go ahead. Hopi Indians call it the red and the blue Kachina. It's actually the same thing. Red and the blue is basically light refraction. When the planet is moving away from our solar system, it look blue. When it's moving back towards our solar system, it look red. But it's actually the same thing because of light refraction. But back then, the Hopi tribe, they didn't know this. So they call it red and blue Kachina, thinking it's two different things. But it's actuality, it's only one. It's our second son. And I'm just referencing different tribes, different civilization in the past that have encountered what we're now going through. This is our new reality, whether you want to accept it or not. And listen up carefully, guys. The quicker you accept this, the better it is. The longer you'll live, because knowing is half the battle. Places, now listen, Cuba, Cuba got hit. Big quake between Cuba and Haiti. Southern part of Puerto Rico, A lot of seismic activity right now is taking place on the southern part of Puerto Rico, between Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, and also the British Virgin Islands got hit at 4.0 magnitude. Big quakes are taking place right now in the Caribbean. Why? The Mid Atlantic Ridge. Let's go back again to the Mid Atlantic Ridge. It's moving, it's shifting, and the more it shifts, the more these quakes are going to increase. And again, all right, let me get on record right now and let you guys know this. Canada, prepare yourself. There's an earthquake coming on the eastern part of Canada. I just want to let you know, prepare yourself. And this quake is going to be located anywhere between Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, on this place, and Quebec. Prepare yourself. An earthquake is coming. San Andreas fault line right now. Ooh, wow, man, it's going off. New Mexico is going off. So tells me Nevada, prepare yourself. Let's go over to Alaska, the southern part of Alaska. A lot of swarms of earthquake happening right now in Alaska. I wouldn't worry too much about Alaska. So where the big quakes, where I'm seeing these quakes are going to happen, off the coast of Russia, between Japan, also off the coast of Russia, northern part of Japan, Taiwan, Indonesia, and also you're going to feel some big quakes happening. Some these big, basically good sized earthquake over there in Greece, southern part of Athens, out in the water. If it get really big enough, you're going to feel it all the way in Athens. So Greece is where you need to be worried about if you're in Europe. But again, not too much around Tonga and Fiji and New Zealand area. Don't worry too much about that. Indonesia, yes. Tokyo, over there in Tokyo, Japan, yes. Off the coast of Russia. Southern part of Alaska, yes. But the West Coast, I'm keeping my eyes on the West Coast. And also, guys, if you're over there in Chile and Peru along the coastline, guys, Chile and Peru along the coastline, heads up. Big quakes are coming. For the South America, along the coastline, along Chile, going all the way down to Peru, big seismic activities coming your way. Everything is going to hit right along the coastline. But again, let's go back to the Caribbean. Let's keep our eyes on the Caribbean. Uh, Puerto Rico, heads up, man. British Virgin Islands, heads up. And also Dominican Republic, um, uh, eastern part of Canada, heads up. San Andreas fault line is acting up. And also, I'm keeping my eyes on that right now. But not too much going on today, but there's some decent sized quake happening over there in Utah. Also, due to the fact of what's happening in New Mexico. But again, guys, thank you so much. I will keep you updated on the Mid Atlantic Ridge as much as I possibly can. So, have a great afternoon. Ciao.